So now I am pleased to invite the Unione Montana dei Comuni del Mugello, who is another very interesting reality that is pretty much history itself, because it is and it has been, if you come a little bit closer, so I move so that the camera can see you very well. Because we are in Tuscany, and we are in the northern part of Tuscany, the land where the Medici started their trip to Florence. But at the same time, they did something, and I don't want to take your place, but I want to introduce it. They have done something which is really amazing, and I suggest also to Conca della Campagna to think about. They connected in a network that made also very, very small towns help each other. Because as you will see, there are a lot of treasures and so on, but the power of a network, of a union of town municipality can help a lot in branding the territory and in making territorial marketing for the place. Despite the fact that still they have actually to be known. And we are very happy because Mugello is not very known as a land, but is so full of historical, let's say, traditions. It is the land of Giotto, of Cimabue, of all our Medici family, Cosimo il Vecchio. Of course, I live there, so I'm a side or sort of di parte, as we could say. It has a lot of beauties, and it is not known. I can say, I said it to the Federico Ignesti, so the mayor dedicated to tourism sector. And this is a pity, but it is a great opportunity today, because in their restart, they have the chance to restart in the way they want to be seen, and how they want to be visible, and how they want to plan the visitors to stay, discover, and spend also money in the place. Because of course we have to remember that everyone has some money to spend when he travels. It doesn't matter if it's 10 euros or 1,000 euro, but the most important thing is how they spend their money and what is the memory they take home after they travel. So I leave the floor to you. Please, can you repeat me your name?
My name is Rosanna.
Rosanna, sorry, yes.
No, don't worry. Thank you for the invitation. And I'm glad to present you just a little part, few words about the touristic destination, the Mugello. While we are talking, we can see some cheap pictures that can just anticipate you what you can see if you want to visit and discover our territory. As I said, I will take you just a few minutes to talk about this region in Tuscany. It's located in northeast of Florence and completely surrounded by nature. Set among hills and high cypresses, silent waters, friendly, peaceful, and hardworking people. Genuine food, which preserves and keeps alive immense treasures, ancient traditions, and a past rich in art and history. Mugello is bordered to the west by the high peaks of Monte Senario and Monte Calvano, and to the south by Monte Giovi, in the midst of which lie green meadows covered by sunflowers and pastures. And the northern profile, on the other hand, is characterized by the Tuscan Emilian Apennines. This is the ideal area for all those who like to spend time in open air, whether searching for archaeological finds, practicing sport, or simply having a picnic in gardens of the numerous Medici villas. Today, more than ever, it offers a relaxing and safe holiday, where the watchwords are quiet, nature, and slowness. There are many villages and castles that populate this land. So it will be beautiful to get lost in the street and lanes of the ancient villages, such as Barberino Mugello, Borgo San Lorenzo, Dicomano, Firenzuola, Marradi, Palazzuolo sul Senio, San Godenzo, Scarperia e San Piero, and Vicchio. And see with your own eyes how history and tradition are not a fairy tale, but much more. History and tradition live in those small aspects of way of life of the people, in the custom and tradition of the present as an integral part of their way of living and feeling. History and tradition of this destination are deeply rooted in archaeological sites dating back to Etruscan Roman times, whose findings have brought to light to the ancient Romanesque church of San Martino al Poggio, for example, as well as fragments of vases, necklaces, and rings, many of which are kept in the Archaeological Museum of Dicomano. Not far from the village of Dicomano, we also find the important Etruscan remains of Frascole, whose most relevant relic is the famous stele, dating back to the 6th century before Christ. But the Alto Mugello area is also preserved traces of important Etruscan settlement now kept inside the Archaeological Museum Palazzuolo sul Senio. The Mugello region is a land full of history and culture, famous for being the birthplace of great personalities and artists, such as Giotto, Beato Angelico, Benvenuto Cellini, the poet Dino Campana, the Chini family, the Della Casa family, a place of refuge for illustrious figures, such as Dante Alighieri in San Godenzo and Don Milani in Barbiana, whose evidence have come to us today thanks to a widespread museum system that preserves the most representative treasure of our territory and culture. Mugello is also the land of the Medici family, so it is easy to be enchanted by such imposing buildings, such as Trebbio and Cafaggiolo Castle, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites since 2013, expression of economic power, but also expression of cultural and artistic ferment. And it was precisely in the Cafaggiolo Castle that Lorenzo the Magnificent used to flinch from the res publica, to take refuge in the tranquility of the fields and feel the call of nature and land. Here he played, celebrated, and above all, rediscovered joy, beauty, and life. The traveler of today and tomorrow will be able, like the Magnificent, to get away from the stress of the city and everyday life by taking advantage of the hospitality of fresh farmhouses restored with a mirror care and style, in the hamlets formerly abandoned and now returned to new life, in the villas and palaces where noble Florentine families once lived. Travelers can also walk, cycle, ride on horseback along the paths so dear to Lorenzo de' Medici, enjoy golf, rafting, canoeing, sailing, gliding, archery, sport fishing, or sail and windsurf on Lake Bilancino to fully enjoy their free time. For trekking lovers, the Mugello nature offers a wide range of hiking network, one main ring route and other 22 secondary ones, which extends into some of the best preserved protected areas and parks, such as Gioco Casalina Park, the Casentino Forest Park, the Copigliano Nature Reserve. Along the route, walkers will find refuge, equipped for stop to regain strength while enjoy good food, pure air, and tranquility that this area can offer. Among the internationally important paths that cross the Mugello region, we can recall Via degli Dei, Cammino di Dante, and the European path E1, which attract hikers throughout the year. Last but not least, we cannot fail to mention the Mugello circuit, which gives the area worldwide prestige. It hosts every year the Grand Prix motorcycle race, and on September 13, 2020, it hosted its first Formula One race, now named Tuscan Grand Prix. Mugello is also a culinary tradition that dates back to the Middle Ages and offers simple flavors linked to the use of the so-called poor but genuine ingredients, such as the EGP chestnuts, spelt, oil, wine, saffron, bread, meat, and vegetables grown in the area. Another typical product to the region is the Mugello potato, still cultivated by hand, and a fundamental ingredient for the filling of the famous Mugello tortello, made with egg pasta and enriched with the seasoning of wild boar ragu. And this is also the region of the good milk, high quality milk, used to produce the tasty Ravaggiolo cheese. All villages in the area host festivals and fairs, whose theme is typical dishes and which take place almost every month throughout the year, highlighting the quality and seasonality of the product presented. Well, I invite you to discover the real Mugello, and now I invite you, please, to watch our video that can show something about this wild territory to enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
C'è un silenzio che va rispettato, ma ci sono rumori e suoni che lo impreziosiscono, che vanno amati e assecondati. Sono quelli positivi, che ti parlano di natura, di soffici e verdi colline, di antiche strade e paesaggi imponenti, di luoghi belli da visitare, quelli che catturano gli occhi per poi riempire il cuore. C'è l'adrenalina, quella tipica delle attività che questa terra offre, quella che emoziona, diverte e rigenera. E ci sono i profumi e i sapori che sanno di genuinità, buona cucina e che parlano di vecchie tradizioni. Ci sono momenti che non si possono raccontare, ma che vanno vissuti in una terra desiderata e amata. Ricaricati, Mugello.
We presented this video on the occasion of the tourism exhibition in Lucca. This was expressed, organized to present our touristic destination in order to show how outdoor activities can be practiced there and how you can regenerate surrounded by nature.
Bene, thank you. Thank you very much. I think it is another insight, very interesting and with very common things that you could share. And I would like to see that in the future, maybe also collaboration between the two realities we have here could arise. So we could make a festival tour around the regions, and that would be very, very nice. So I would think about that. So
it's a good idea.
So thank you very much. Thank you. We had in program to go on with Prato Vecchio and Stia. Thank you.